Hello and welcome back. Today we've got another £500 of £2 coins we're going to be hunting through, looking for commemoratives, ones with more than face value but ideally the missing coin from the book. Commonwealth Games Northern Ireland will complete our book. We do also have a slot for the Navy Centenary with the flag error, but as it's just a variant of the one without the flag error, I don't think we need that one to class the book as complete. If we get Northern Ireland, we are done. So let's get into the bag, see if we're lucky today. Right then, into the first bag. What have we got? That's Technologies, the standard definitive design used on £2 coins up until 2015. There are some lower minted years, but they're not desirable enough that I keep my eyes peeled out for them. We have our first commemorative, Shakespeare's Comedies. It is the rarer of the three Shakespeare £2 coins. Now check the edge inscription. All the world's a stage. That is correct for this coin. 2016 seems to have been a bad year for the Royal Mint and their edge inscription, so I do check all the 2016s for edge inscription errors during the hunt. We've got Jodie Clark's fifth and final portrait of the Queen there. That'll be something. It's an army centenary, so there was no rotation error, edge inscription for King and Country. That's as it should be, out in circulation. Of course, at the end of the video, I'll check through all the coins, commemoratives and definitives, looking for any errors we might have missed, but there are some errors that we know that are out there that I check during the hunt. Oh, Navy Centenary, very nice. My favourite circulating £2 coin. Stunning. So no flag error, the flag error appears up there. A little damage that's been done to the die causes a little blob of metal to appear that shouldn't be there. It's Jodie Clark's portrait, so it's not the Ian Rank Broadley non-circulating version of the coin, but it's still a very nice coin. One I do like coming across. Another army centenary. No rotation error for King and Country. So that's again as it should be. But no, so a few videos ago I asked the question, so when we get to a point where we've been hunting for a long time and it's just Northern Ireland Commonwealth Games we need, do we call an end to the video to the book and start a book afresh? Another army centenary. Okay. Which I have done in the past with my 50p books, never with a £2 book, but again, just needing the Northern Ireland Commonwealth Games is a little bit demoralising. It is the rarest £2 coin out there to get. Another army centenary for King and Country, that's fine. But the question then arose, another army centenary, what's going on? Okay, so do we wrap off at a nice neat 100 episodes, or do we do an extra 4, do 104 episodes, and that will mark a year since starting this book? And overwhelmingly in the comments people want it to go for the full year, so go up to episode 104, and 104 will be a bigger hunt than usual to try and maximise the potential of getting that Commonwealth Games in Northern Ireland. Otherwise we will start a new book the following coin hunt. That was the Active Union, just checking for the rotation error, which it doesn't have. But again, any other thoughts in the comments, do let me know. I quite like the idea of going to 104. Gives me 4 more episodes to try and find my the Commonwealth Games Northern Ireland, but then it's also nice to sort of mark a year having started the book. Right, that's all we're getting from that. But no, we've got imminent release of the Zog 50p. Again, for those that haven't been made aware, it's the next. Well, I assume it's the next 50p that the Royal Mint are going to be releasing, celebrating an anniversary of the Zog, which is a book by Julia Donaldson, the same author and illustrator behind the Gruffalo series, and we've had a few Gruffalo coins in the past. Ooh, sorry, I got a little spider crawling up my arm. Okay, Shakespeare's Tragedies. This is not the rarest, but it's not the most common, sort of middle of the road. What a piece of work is a man. Correct edge inscription, so it is not the edge inscription error. That is the only coin I've ever found an edge inscription error on before the Shakespeare Tragedies. Oh, Lord Kitchener could be a very cool error coin. There is the mule version, so let's turn it over. It says £2 at the bottom there, which is what it should say on the Lord Kitchener £2 coin. However, there is a mule error where they've mixed and matched two different coins, dies, and have produced a Lord Kitchener that doesn't say £2 at the bottom on the obverse, and that is an exciting, rare and valuable coin. We've got Charles Dickens there, one for our Charles versus Charles counter, Charles Dickens versus Charles Darwin, just to see quite how many Charles Dickens we find versus Charles Darwin. Brunel's portrait there, one or two Brunel coins you'll find in circulation, and a VE Day anniversary with no rotation error. Another Charles Dickens, crumbs. We're finding lots of coins. Who knows, maybe we'll find a really exciting rare coin before the end of the video, although the Navy Centenary is a nice one to have come across already, so we have the foundations of a good hunt. If we can just build on that, that would be fantastic. But no, I mean, with the new Zog 50p, it looks like it's going to be an exciting coin. Again, a popular design for those that may have read or been read the book to or as children. But we shall wait and see. I'm also waiting excitedly for a change to the Strike Your Own down at the Royal Mint experience. Oh, Robert Burns there. A smidge over face value, not the most valuable coin by any stretch of the imagination, but a nice one nonetheless. But no, it feels like it's been forever since I was at the Royal Mint, when in fact it's been less than a month, or maybe a month. Coming up to a month. But no, we had a big string of new Strike Your Owns happening down at the Royal Mint, including that Strike on the Day event, which I've been banging on about since last year. But we shall wait and see about that, because I'm excited to go down again. I must admit, even though I've been so many times, I find the tour engaging every time. The tour guide's amazing. It's just, and again, it's nice to come and see a bunch of my friends and subscribers and chat about coins and spend the afternoon with some happy, friendly people. Another VE Day anniversary there. So we had the VE Day coin this year for marking the 80th anniversary of VE Day. But that was on a 50p, which I thought was weird. I still think is a bit weird, given that all of the VE Day coins prior to that, so the one in 2020, that one there, the one in 95 for the Peace Dove, they've all been on £2 coins, and all of a sudden they've moved the VE Day coin to be a 50p this year, which is odd. There's Trevithick's Steam Locomotive. It's like the opposite of what they did to the Innovation in Science. The Innovation in Science series was, they were all on 50p's, then all of a sudden in early 2020s, I can't remember which year exactly, they released one on a £2 coin. They've been on £2 coins ever since. We've got Guy Fawkes Gunpowder Plots. That's lovely. The only rationale, the Innovation in Science that I can see is that it was a popular set of coins. 50p's I think are more popular than £2 coins as well. So maybe the idea was to try and persuade over... Oh, there's a Guy Fawkes. A little bit grubby and battered. To try and persuade over some 50p collectors to buy some £2 coins to continue their Innovation in Science series maybe. And with the VE Day 50p, I would like to think they've chosen that to do that because... Oh, another Guy Fawkes Gunpowder Plots. Oh, a couple of things here. VE Day. No rotation error. Steam Locomotive. Terrific. Very nice. But no, so with the VE Day coin being on the 50p, I would like to think that it's down to... It's a significant event that they would have liked to have put the coin in circulation. So, what coin is more likely to go into circulation? 50p or a £2 coin? Probably a 50p. So they've gone with it being a 50p. Maybe in the hope that there would be some demand for the 50p's to be put into circulation. We don't know if they are or not. Although if they were going to be made in for circulation, I'm sure they would have shouted about that already. But we'll have to wait and see. Oh look, another Army Centenary. We have lots of these today. Unfortunately, no errors on any of them, which would change them from being a fairly common face value £2 coin to being a rather more exciting... Oh, that's nice. we've got the Jersey parishes. So coins from Jersey, Guernsey, Isle of Man, Falkland Islands, those kind of places shouldn't be in circulation in the UK because although they're worth the same pounds and pence as our pounds and pence, they are a separate currency. But you can tell why how that's been able to get into our change and be spent, because it's so similar to our own coins. And they're quite nice as well, so I do like coming across them. Right, VE Day, no rotation error. We're finding lots of fairly common coins, it's quite nice. Nicer if they were rarer, but we don't mind finding a little bit of a mixture of things. Even the most common coin, you still need one to complete your collection. Oh, Marconi's wireless transmission. That being said though, I don't think I've ever heard of someone complaining that I've got an almost complete 50p collection. I just can't find a Benjamin Bunny. I keep finding Kew Gardens, but no Benjamin Bunnies. DNA double helix. It's a nice design, that one, but again a fairly common coin. Right, we need to do an edge hunt. Oh my goodness, we've only got 2 bags left. I totally forgotten that that's a thing that we do. I got too busy talking nonsense. Okay, so what are we doing? We're reading the edge inscriptions because we can tell what the coin should be by that. If it says standing on the shoulders of giants, we know that'll be a definitive Technologies £2 coin. King and country, 4th one on the right, that will be Army Centenary, unless it's got an edge inscription error on Shakespeare's tragedies. Unfortunately not. I think the one next to it. Yeah, remember. Guy Fawkes, Gunpowder Plot again. Any more for any more? Don't think so. Let's just double check. That's fine. Well, at least we did find something. We needed one bag for the edge inscription. That's all we had left, because this is the last bag for today's hunt. Now, as usual, down in the description of this video you'll find a link across to my coin collecting Discord server if you'd like to come and join me and other coin collectors over on that. Another Trovithic steam locomotive. There's also links in the description of this video across to my other social media channels, the PO Box address if you'd like to write into, and of course a link to the Britannia Coin Company's YouTube channel. The company I work for is my day job, so please check them out too. I'm just going to wish through all these coins, as I said, commemoratives and definitives, looking to see if I found any, see if I can find any exciting errors to add to our roster of finds. Well, unfortunately no exciting error coins to be added to our roster of finds. However, we did get a smattering of fairly nice coins, I think. Ooh, I do like the Navy Centenary and I do like the Jersey parishes, but picking one or the other, I think I might have to give the edge to the Jersey parishes because it just shouldn't be in our change, and it's a lovely design. As much as I do love the Navy Centenary as well, I think just about giving Starfine to the Jersey parishes over Navy Centenary. But if you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments what you'd pick and why you'd pick it. It's always interesting knowing what coins you guys are liking, or if you've had a lucky find with your £2 coins, let us know what you found as well. All it leaves me to do now though is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.